Records will be broken, bodies pushed to their limits, and legends created as 12 teams battle to win the longest ocean race on the planet. This is the Clipper Round the World Yacht Race. It's the 8th day of race 14, and the leading 3 teams, Jamaica Get All Right, Derry-Londonderry and Switzerland, are almost within sight of each other as they battle to be the first to the scoring gate.
We're about 17 miles from the scoring gate. It's about the halfway point of the race from New York to Derry-Londonderry. So we're in pretty good shape at the moment. We've got Jamaica a little bit ahead, and we've got Switzerland hopefully a little bit behind, and we hope to cross the gate, scoring gate, in about 2 hours' time. As usual, quite a tough fight for the gate. We made quite good gains. We're probably over 100 miles ahead of over half the fleet. It's quite a nice lead at the halfway stage. Switzerland and Jamaica obviously did much the same, and we've got GB not too far behind us. So it's sort of these four boats, and with Henry Lloyd not too far behind Great Britain either. So one of the measures that we're taking to guard our tactics is we're going to enable stealth mode now in 1 hour's time. Spend 24 hours in stealth mode, and hopefully that'll keep the others guessing and maybe force some errors towards to our competitors.
So Mid-Atlantic and Jamaica Get All Right wins 3 points for crossing the scoring gate first, as the race moves on at full speed in pounding conditions. But navigators are looking at a series of weak pressure gradients bringing light winds for the next 2 days. Even further east, a blocking high pressure system stands between the fleet and island, which could prove to be the big strategic challenge of the race. Aboard Henry Lloyd, the ill crewman has responded to a new medication and is back on deck racing. Attention turns back to their race strategy.
So right now we're in the final stages of the ocean sprint. We got about 20 miles to go. So I don't think we should give up on that quite yet. We'll go through that and then probably bear away an awful lot and either reach with Yankee or maybe even pop an A3 tight. So things have changed a lot there. Derry, who's leading the race, has also made a huge turn north, leaving Jamaica and GB kind of still to the east of us. Switzerland are doing pretty well in this sprint so far as well, so they could be a big challenge for this. So I think it's going to be between us, Switzerland, and possibly Garmin and Old Putney if they're still going for it.
Derry-Londonderry capitalises on fresher easterly winds and takes back the lead through the sprint gate ahead of Team Garmin. They sail north towards the rum line, followed by the majority of the chasing pack. But Jamaica Get All Right stays south of the high-pressure system, so it's anyone's guess as to how the final stages of this tense race will now play out.
So it's been a challenging leg with lots of calm patches, places to get stuck, and opportunities to go around the fleet. So many times this race, the fleet has really been turned upside down. People who are way behind are now up ahead. Derry's been doing a wonderful job keeping up ahead, taking some losses to get in position for the new weather. So really best compliments to Derry for their sailing.
Aboard Derry-Londonderry, the pressure is telling. They've given up a huge lead, one they worked so hard to establish. So the move north to give a better angle for the finish is a bold strategy. In fact, it's a huge gamble.
About 435 miles from the finish, pretty much due west of Derry-Londonderry. Yesterday we got word that the course would be shortened, and the method they'll use to shorten it is at 12 UTC on the 22nd, which is about 36 hours approximately from now. They'll stop racing. So over the past 36 hours we've pretty much sacrificed our lead, which had been up to 100 miles past second place, or ahead of second place. And we've pretty much spent 95 of those miles to get north and reposition ourselves to sail over the top of the high pressure. So now we've come as north as we can, and from here on it's just VMG to the finish line. So as long as we can stay a boat length ahead of second place, we'll be happy.
Tension is high. Amateur racers they may be, but a home port victory is a rarity in the Clipper race, and the crew are 100% focused on keeping their narrow lead as the hours to the finish tick by ever so slowly.
We've got 12 hours of racing left. We had almost 20-mile lead on Garmin. We chose to tack or jibe north. Just changed our code 2, and our speeds are up from 6 knots to 8 knots, which is good. So hopefully they'll continue to build through the night, and tomorrow we should have a nice angle into the finish.
There's success for the crew of Old Pulteney, who collect their first ever Ocean Sprint points and are carving through the fleet into contention. While with just a few hours of the race left, any of the leading 3 yachts could potentially steal victory on a sudden wind shift as they count down towards the finish time. Through the 14th and final day of the race, the Northern Irish entry is holding on, and their gamble appears to be working as the finish time approaches.
On yellow brick that we won by.
Officially, we won by 8 miles, guys.
Yeah!
It's amazing. The last 36 hours have been hell on this boat. It's like just that decision to go north, but it's worth it now.
It's a truly fabulous achievement with almost flawless race tactics, and there's an unbelievable welcome at Greencastle. The crew of Derry-Londonderry receive a hero's welcome.
Just blown away by the support coming from the Derry people. Unbelievable.
Crowds line the shore along the River Foyle, and the city has turned out to greet their winning team.
To be able to pull off a result was something special, especially after in the middle of the race when we had quite a substantial lead over second place. I think we were 100 miles ahead of second place at one point, and I didn't really feel much pressure until that point, and I think throwing that away and coming in anything other than first would have been sort of inexcusable. So thankfully we managed to pull it off. Seeing friends, family waving, the support has just been absolutely phenomenal, all the way along the banks of the Foyle here. But yeah, just can't describe it.
With the pressure finally off, time to relax and enjoy as second-place Team Garmin arrive, having finished just 8 miles behind after an intense 2-week battle.
Oh, the last couple of days were hell. We all did really well to catch up with Derry. We actually took the lead from them for a while. They took some very brave decisions. I would take my hat off to Sean. He must have really been worrying when he was doing that last drive to go north to get into fresher wind, and we took 15 miles out of him in one schedule. And then we were chasing for the finish, and of course all the boats behind us had a stronger wind, and we could just see our lead disappearing. We were just waiting for it to be over. It was just too much tension.
The Mayor of Derry is there to greet every single yacht, as third-placed Old Pulteney is piped in, having finished less than 2 miles behind Team Garmin, with a late charge through the fleet.
The last 24 hours, well, maybe 48 hours has been a fight, well, a good fight for, for every little mile, and keep up the boat speed all the time to make sure, we got there. And we were not even sure to be in 3rd place or 4th place until after the finish and the countdown was done.
A tremendous result for Derry-Londonderry with a 14-point tally in race 14, closing the gap on 1 DLL for an overall podium position with just 2 races left to go. An excellent result for Team Garmin too, who improved their overall position, moving ahead of Invest Africa.